What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the automation station here with the PeakBot team, home of hands-free trading. Ben, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, Dylan. How are you doing on this Friday?
Well, I was doing better in the middle of the week, although my account's doing better Friday. Spots have had a strong week, but physically, we were really enjoying some beautiful weather here in northern New Jersey. Again, it's hard not to talk about the weather when it's this volatile. It seems to actually be matching with the market. I wonder what that's like. I wonder how the market's been reacting to the weather here in the Northeast. But I'll tell you what, I didn't golf on any of the nice days. And now we're back snowing. It's windy. It's brutal. There's no fun in going outside right now. It was I was like, oh, let's get our decked furniture out. Oh, no.
Not yet. It's still considered winter, for the next week, right? Spring
says the chipmunk.
What
is it?
Groundhog.
Groundhog
Day. I'm getting a bit of an echo, by the way. I don't know. Maybe switch up your mic. Is your mic the correct mic? Check that out.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, much clearer voice.
I hope it wasn't
sound like you could be a radio host now.
Okay, sounds good. We won't do any ASMR for those of you who know what that is on this show. We're just going to keep talking at normal volume. While we're talking at normal volume, we've got a lot to discuss today. All right, so we'll let people join in. It's Friday. We've been a busy week of bots. A lot of trades this week, a lot of wins this week for PeakBot strategies. So much so to where we might even talk about maybe a theory. I think I'm more hooked on this than Ben is, for sure.
Yeah, you're much more hooked on this than I am.
But it's for good reason. We've had a couple days this week where every single one of PeakBot's automated strategies took home a win. All right, that's fun. And it doesn't happen as often as, well, I hope people don't think it happens all that often. But anyway, the point is the market's been incredibly volatile and then really kind of coming back down throughout the day, but it's been working for our bots. And we have strategies going in every direction, neutral, bullish, and bearish, and we've been able to capitalize. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Trader Trivia, a free opportunity to win a free month of PeakBot's automations, access to all these bots. We will, talk about results. We'll do some economic events. Maybe I'll tease a future webinar. I don't know. That's it.
Let's spill all the beans.
All right, let's spill some beans. Where do we want to get started? We still don't have too many.
We got to talk about Trade with Maya as well.
Yeah. That's a big one. Okay, so we can do all of this. Where do you think we should start? I mean, there's not enough people here to do anything. There's not.
We can talk about BenBot. You want to talk about? I feel like we always talk about BenBot. I'm going to share my account here, and you're going to notice a lot of Pinterest trades. Now, I've been testing some new stuff with our team all day. Even some of this IWM stuff is test. So hard to see what the BenBot trade actually ended up to be, but if you wanted to check me on this, you can feel free to pause and on the replay and check it out. But now I'm going to switch over to TradingView. I'm going to explain what happened throughout the day today. So I was looking at the 1 minute chart earlier. I got a call entry signal right around here. I bought a call. We popped up a little bit. The overall profit was only $10. I decided I wanted to hold because this looked like a couple of days worth of resistance here. And if we broke through it, we probably could have got some nice gain. We bounced back down on the hop back up. I did wind up putting in an order just for a 10-cent profit. Never got there. Price continued to fall. Right around the break of this, I was viewing this as a support line. When we broke down through it, I did buy a put, which turned out to be a pretty solid move here. However, didn't break even on the overall position considering the call there. So I turned what was essentially a strangle. So I had a bought call out of the money and bought put out of the money. Turned a strangle into an iron condor to collect some more credit. And then I sold off the put side of that iron condor on this pop back up, which was pretty good time. So now I'm currently just in, and anybody on the BenBot is currently just in a call credit spread at 250, sold the 250 strike and bought the 251 call. So about $1 of risk there. and price has been moving down in our favor. Kind of wish I held the puts longer, but hey, you don't know what's going to happen. All of that to say, the overall net effect of all of this was turning a potential $102 loss to a $25 loss.
Okay.
So some loss recovery there. I'm not mad about it, but I'm not happy about it. It might take an afternoon trade, but I doubt it. The BenBot, I think I need to do some weekend homework, right? I need to look at some of these signals and figure out during these volatile conditions what's the best way to trade the BenBot, because it's easy when we're trending and that trend is set early in the day, and we can kind of just buy a position or sell a spread and then hold it for a while and then get out. However, conditions have been super choppy this week and last week. Maybe it has something to do with the war going on. I don't know.
We don't know. And by the time we know, it'll be too late. But yeah, you're right. I mean, there's definitely some data to look at, right? Because you've transitioned the approach here a few times over the last few months with BenBot as needed, totally justified. We got a resurgence in results there for a few months. And now, again, like you said, March has been really tricky. You have been able to string out 3 green days prior to today, 36, 43, and a $6 win. You lost on Monday. So right now, net on the week, if you run into another $25 L, you'll just squeeze by green this week. But again, February, great month, up 13%, made nearly $350. March right now is only down about $100, maybe $125 by the end of the day today. We'll see. But Ben, you're totally right. I mean, the balance of not over trading, the balance of, okay, I have a $25 loss today. Could I make that up this afternoon? Sure. Should I? Not sure. Right? Like these are all things that got to consider live in the markets and take homework away. So, all right. So that's BenBot. Ben, let's talk about Shorebo. I'm in a Shorebo position right now.
Let's talk about Shorebo. Show us.
So let's see. I'm going to pull up the cumulative results. All right. So in March, I think we're going to get back very close to the right side of things in March. It's been winning and losing after a very, very hot February. So let me just pull up a few things here. I'm going to pull up TradingView on SPX. So while I'm doing that, for anybody who's not familiar, Shorebo is our short orb strategy, opening range breakout on SPX. We do it with a $5 credit spread to collect a premium. Typically, lately, the premium's more like $200 as opposed to $150, just because of the volatility in the market. But I'll pull up my Tradier account so we can see the position, then we can map it out on the chart, and we can take a look at Shorebo results in general. Okay, so let's just do that. Give me one second.
While you're pulling that up, I'm just gonna talk about how I love it when the market's volatile enough for Shorebo to collect pretty much a 1-for-1 risk to reward ratio, right? Like when we're collecting over $200, ideally $250. That means we could either win $250 or lose $250, right? And we give ourselves those odds. I'm very happy with those types of trades. So let's say you filled at 220. That's great. 220. You're risking 280 to win 220.
Love that. Love when you fill for more than you entered. Also, so let's look at it. We have a call credit spread. Our sold call is at 66.70 with what I call our insurance, our hedge, our spread at 6.75. So if we come to the chart here, what that's saying is we want to stay under 6670, which is, we'll call it right here. I'll get more fine prices on the chart in just a second. All right, and we'll zoom in here so we can see what this looks like for today. All right, so again, we'll make this line, we'll make this orange. So this is my sold call. All right, and then I'm sorry, this one is, and then I have a bought call up here at 6.75. So if we look at the opening bar here today, we're on 15-minute candles. All right, so 15-minute bars. So if we mark out, and don't mind the same color here, but roughly speaking, we have orb here on camera. We'll just make these lines purple or something.
Why don't you go ahead and use the PeakBot orb indicator?
Oh, you know what? Why don't we do it? Type it in. What is it called?
PeakBot orb. There you go.
This guy.
Pop that on. There you go. Orb mapped out.
I just exposed myself a little bit.
You did. It's okay.
That's all right. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we have our opening range here. As you can see, our window is between 10 a.m. and noon Eastern. All right. So we want to enter trades between this window here. All right. These two orange vertical lines. So you can see we broke. What time did the trade enter? At 11 a.m. Makes sense. Okay. So we can see we broke orb. All right. And we entered the trade. Now all I'm looking to do is stay under 670 and we'll profit for the day. Ben, I might be tripping myself up. That looked a little odd on my screen. Maybe I'll take a closer look at that, but it's also because I'm live and I'm panicking, making sure my thoughts are matching where my mouse goes. But I'll take a close look at the position. Regardless, you can see we're in profit right now. All I got to do is stay under 6670 for a win today on Shorebo. If we take a look at the results, I'll pull this over here. Here we go. So this is what we were talking about. Incredible February. This is trading $500 per unit, returned almost $1,800 per contract. Only 3 losses on the month. This is not a normal month. Okay. This is a great month. A month that a lot of trades were placed, only sat out one day. Typically the bot takes about 15 to 16 trades in a given month. So this is a little more active than usual, a higher win rate than usual. But the point is the bot's capable of these types of months. And you got to know there's a little bit of finesse. You got to know when the market's a good fit for it and when it's not. I'll tell you, when it was this hot personally, I hadn't partaken in all of these wins. I turned it on just maybe this last week here in February. And of course, it started getting red on me. Sorry, all Shorebo traders. But we have pieced together a couple wins here. We've got another 220 on the line here today. We'll see if we can get green on the week and get back in the swing of things. But I'll tell you what, man, when you are trading Shorebo, and for those who have maybe a similar risk tolerance to myself and cash available, it's only taking $500 a unit. And as Ben said, worst case scenario for collecting 150 in credit, we're putting 350 out there. I'm keeping an eye on my account. I'm not going to let Shorebo snowball into a drawdown. I'm going to keep an eye on this one more so than any of the other strategies. But when it's winning, and when you get an account, when you get King AI or King AI Turbo trade and then Shorebo trading at the same time, you're taking home wins on the same day like we've been talking about. Those are crazy days for you.
You can almost feel it happening. You know what I mean? Like when you enter a position, you could almost look at it and like, I'm going to win this.
That's right. Like I said the other day, I have more confidence in our bots than I have in the market, and that says something. That's Shorebo here. Ben, we could definitely kind of get kicked back into King AI. What we're calling Kai and Kate.
Okay, we can do that. Let's do that.
All right, unless you were going to do something else.
I was going to say, we've got Trader Trivia, but that could wait.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to King AI.
We don't have a schedule.
No, we don't. All right, so I'm bringing all the results over here. We're going to take a closer look at everything going on. And we should be, this message is going to be going out to our active subscribers for more. I'm teasing. Okay, no schedule, no filter here. We've got a promo going on right now to trade additional units for our King AI and King AI Turbo bots. Again, that's for active subscribers. So if you want to get in, come subscribe and then you get the deal. All right. Or if you ask nicely enough, maybe we'll just help you out. But the point is, King AI is a 1 DTE Iron Condor strategy on SPX. Very strict entry criteria. Trades about 12 times a month. Okay. Let's look at what it's done so far in March. Again, now this is not the turbo mode. Turbo mode slightly more aggressive. Slightly We'll get there. The results are better, so just hang tight. But here's King AI. Now, since the bot has launched from September 17th, that's all the green trades here. Everything else is back tested. We broke the mark, Ben. We broke the 200% mark. $4,010. This is pre-fees. Okay.
Pre-fee.
I don't know what your fees are. Pre-fees. All right. But taking $2,000 in cash, it's turned it into over $6,000 in cash with $4,000 in return. That is it since September. So how many months is that now? 6 months. Jeez, man, time flies when you're making money. King AI Turbo, okay. King AI Turbo, you'll see the wins here are bigger wins, okay? Except for yesterday, which we'll talk about. That was fun. So this bot, the turbo mode, was born out of, hey, man, we're collecting a pretty great premium here on this King AI strategy. Plus our win rate is over 90%. I wonder what breathing room there is to get a little more aggressive. Well, we tested. We're coming in and looking for some higher deltas while keeping the confidence score high with our AI trading model. Yep. And that's what you see here. So look, not at that. So if you look at January, we launched, okay, 280 per unit. February was ridiculous on just 6 trades. This is my favorite month to show. I mean this is power.
Just 6 trades, because there's just as much strategy in deciding when not to trade as when to trade.
Yep. You couldn't have said it better. You know, the good bots win when the market behaves. Great bots know how to avoid the big losses when the market's not behaving. So fantastic February. And well, a great March here so far.
I was gonna say, I love that the bot was off all of last week, right? With all of the news out happening in the Middle East and just the uncertainty, volatility increased, of course, a lot last week. And the bot did avoid 1, potentially 2 losses last week by not trading. And we all know that a loss is pretty devastating, right? Nobody likes that.
Nope.
So the bot was able to avoid that and then came back strong this week. Both King AI and King AI Turbo, Kai and Kate, they came back strong this week, traded every day except yesterday into today. And I mean, listen, if the month ended here, I mean, I'm not complaining about a $600 month. You know what I mean?
Great month so far. We know we'll get a couple more wins, obviously. The recovery time on King AI Turbo after a loss, which this is getting a little crazy. This is getting a little crazy for a bot that's making as much premium. The last loss was on January 16th. We are on a $2,800 heater, 13 for our last 13. And since launch, the bot is, and we should maybe put on screen where they can get this. I see some random people coming in here and I love it. But this bot in half the time has made call it nearly $4,800 in return. All right. Every time I try to zoom on sheets, I regret doing it immediately. But anyway, the bot is how many total trades now? So 31 total trades, 29 winners.
That's crazy.
It is.
Now, statistically, King AI Turbo should not be doing this well.
No.
Statistically speaking, and from back-tested results, we will revert to the mean at some point. I don't know when, but we're going to ride this out as long as we can.
Yeah. The back-tested win rate, and again, back-tests are just back-tests, you know, but the back-tested win rate is over the last 10 years, and it sees about an 80% win rate. Right now, King AI Turbo is operating at what, a 94% win rate or something like that. So there's definitely edge at the moment. And it's PeakBot's job. You want an automation provider that can give you a strategy like this, but also maintain one and evolutionize them. And you'll see there's a reason why there's King AI and King AI Turbo, and there will be another one. So look, all in all, fantastic week for PeakBot's bots. A great week for a lot of our strategy partners. A tough week for some other partners. Tough 2 weeks. It's been a wild market to trade in. But
sure,
the good news is for all of our partners, defined risk, and you know what, we know what we're doing. So hang in there. It's going to be bumpy. But Ben, what about Trader Trivia?
Yeah, let's get into Trader Trivia. Let's get some other music flow in here. Let's get my screen up on the screen. Sure. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, this is your opportunity to try PeakBot for free for 1 month. All you have to do is answer this question correctly. Email the answer to this question to experience@peakbot.com. That is the email on the right side of the screen there. and we will email you back with a link to get started for free for 1 month. So if you've ever been thinking about trying a trading bot, but you didn't want to pay for one, well, here is your chance to do that. And the question that you need to answer is, what does volatility measure in the stock market? Is it A, company profits, B, number of shares traded, C, price movement and fluctuations, or D, dividend payments? Think about it. Email us the answer.
And wow,
Doug, good to see you. Can't hang today. Just popping in. No worries.
Appreciate that, man. All right. So yes, gotcha. Yeah, thanks. Email to experience@peakbot.com. Is it A, B, C, or D? Ben, while they're doing that, we'll keep it nice and big up on screen here. What's a little fun fact for the people?
Little fun fact. Did you know that algorithmic trading now executes around 70 to 80% of all U.S. stock trades? These trades are carried out by powerful computer programs that automatically analyze market data and place orders in fractions of a second. So if you're trading with PeakBot, you would join this statistics. So traditionally, it's large institutions, hedge funds, trading firms that use algos. However, companies like PeakBot are we're forming a movement to bring that technology to retail traders. And that shift is speeding up the markets, increasing liquidity, increasing efficiency for retail. But it does make the markets more complex, where, thousands or millions of trades can happen in split seconds without humans doing anything. That's kind of scary to think about.
Oh, it's scary to think that it's been happening for 40 years. People don't really think about that.
Yeah.
It's not new. As long as there's been computers, there's been algorithms involved in executing trades. I mean, okay, maybe there's a small gap, but not much of a gap. Excellent. All right. Too volatile. I'm pretty volatile myself, Doug, today.
I think we're all having a volatile day.
It is Friday. And we got robbed of golf days. All right. So why don't we put it in there, Ben? And let's give it a move.
So the answer to this question, what does volatility measure in the stock market, is C, price movement and fluctuation. So volatility measures how much and how quickly a stock's price moves up or down over a certain period of time. When a stock has high volatility, its price can change rapidly and dramatically, often reacting strongly to news, earnings reports, or economic events. On the other hand, low volatility means the stock's price moves more slowly and steadily. So if you're trading options, you'll typically see that when volatility is higher, prices are going to be higher. So that's when we like to sell. That's when we like to sell an option when prices are high, and we like to buy them back when prices are low. So this environment has been kind of nice for option sellers, and that's part of my theory as to why the bots have been doing really well. Very volatile, collecting more premium. Our strikes are even further out of the money than normal, giving ourselves lots of breathing room. And the market just hasn't been reacting as strongly, I guess, as the volatility would indicate it should. Therefore, we're winning.
Maybe a lot of noise, overnight volatility, news volatility. But yeah, once the market's open, it seems to IV crushes a little bit. And our bot's been able to take advantage of that. I'd like to see that you're giving more thought to the theory there, Ben. So trader trivia accomplished. Hopefully you put your answer in and got it correct. And we covered all the bot results. Ben, where do we want to go from here? Oh, we got to talk about our partner Trade with Maya. So let's do that. Ben, you're probably sending some info over to our team with some live trades going on at the moment. Why don't I pull up some info on our partner Trade with Maya? Yes. Although this is a soft launch, okay? Today's the soft launch. The hard launch is going to be next Friday. We're actually going to have the founder of Trade with Maya on. We are automating his alerts, and he's had a fantastic run at it. He's a friend of the program and friend of Tradier. I believe he's been on some of the summits in the past. Don't quote me on that, but Nishant. He's fantastic, and he'll be joining us next Friday on this live show. So I'm going to pull up maya.peakbot.com, as that is our joint site. And we have promotional pricing available for this soft launch. All right, that will not be shared here today, as that is exclusive to his existing community. However, I just want to show you some fantastic results and how you can get started next week. So I'm going to pull this up here and we'll get going. All right. So again, this is peakbot.com. Let me get this down and this up. All right. Peakbot.com/Maya, MAYA. So we're automating his trades directly here. The return is awesome. Okay. So this is average monthly return, 9.8%. The total return has been over 100%. Now, this is on not too much cash needed. Okay. So if you come on down here, you'll see the win rate, the annualized return, total wins, total losses. All right. So look, the wins are shooting for about $160. These are credit spreads. Average loss is at $61. Okay. So a ton of good information here. You can see on the month, all right, what the gains have been. All right. The P&L, the only red month we've had since May of last year would be November. And it only lost $200. As you can see, the results are really starting to accumulate.
I've seen a couple red months, just saying.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here as well. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, you know what? I was looking at it quick. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you for calling me out. You know what, Ben? I'm so used to our result sheets showing the color that I've just got blended into this world of black and white without even looking at things. So yeah, my bad. That's why Ben's here. But anyway, these are put credit spreads over various tickers, targeting a 30-day expiration on the contract. There is a risk cap. So there's a max loss. It's a $500 risk per trade, because that is how wide the credit spread is, minus the premium being collected. And just fantastic, consistent results here out of Trade with Maya and Nishant over there. So again, one of our newest automation partners. You can check this out at peakbot.com/Maya. Just so you know, to get started, you'll see here that it starts at $150 a month with multipliers available. And there's also an annual subscription. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And yeah, we'll go from there. Ben, let me ask you while I'm live here, because we're all about transparency. Should there be a chat button right down here, or is that not the situation for this?
Yeah, we probably should put a chat in there.
All right. Hey, we're live. That's why we do it here now. Maybe I'll message a dev, or you do. You tell me.
I'll put the order in.
Ben, put in the order. This is how you build a business here, people. Okay. Adapt or die. Do it live or don't do it at all. So look, the point is PeakBot now automates for over 15 15 different trading companies and communities in which their strategies are coming to the table. We're the automation arm of the business, and we're getting it done, and we're getting consistent results in. So Trade with Maya, just the newest of the gang here. We're going to have our newly revamped, what we're calling bot shop. Okay, it's the PeakBot marketplace, the ecosystem where you can come in and see all of the strategies that are being automated by PeakBot, whether they're our own or our partners. All right, you're going to see the returns, the cash needed, the risk level, all of the different things, the accounts needed. Everything's available there for you to go in, shop around, see what makes most sense for you, your account, and your risk tolerance. So again, that'll be relaunched, but it's peakbot.com/botshop. A little dash in between bot and shop. I have to say that because Ben does the dash.
No, it's proper.
Ben, economic events. Unless you're still I can kill more time.
No, we can do economic events. Let me get my screen back up here. Here we go.
Take that.
All right, so today we had quite a bit of events, and we've had quite a volatile day. So we had PCE, durable goods, in the morning. We had JOLTS and Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report at 10 a.m. The rest of the day, not looking at much. The VIX gapped up too much overnight for our 1DTEs to take a trade from today going into Monday. So no trade going today into Monday. But on Monday, what do we have going on here? It doesn't look like too much. I will say that feel good about this non-trade over the weekend, just because the last couple of weekends there have been some crazy things happening over the weekend. So we want to obviously avoid being in the market when crazy things are happening, especially as option sellers. On Tuesday, nothing much other than a 20-year bond option, which will turn maxi spots off. On Wednesday, we've got some PPI data pre-market moving into the open. We have FOMC day next Wednesday. All bots will be going off from Tuesday into Wednesday, and then Wednesday into Thursday. No trading. We don't trade through FOMC. We don't like that action. So we will, again, be off Wednesday going into Thursday. And then from Thursday into Friday, we don't have much next Friday, just the weekly oil rig counts. And then we have a JPOW speech on Saturday. So next weekend, we will not be holding any positions either, because you never know what Jerome Powell is going to say.
No.
And that pretty much wraps us up here.
Excellent. Yeah, sometimes you don't even know if, right? People joke and say just how he says hello, good morning, good afternoon will just rocket the market in one direction. I don't know if that's the case anymore, but there was some volatile few months there where that seemed to be the case. Anyway. All right, well, that'll wrap it here. We'll be back next week, Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, an hour before the bell to get you everything going and automated before the market. We'll also be live same time, same place next week, Friday, noon Eastern. All right, for the automation station, we'll have our newest partner, Nishant from Trade with Maya, on to talk more about his strategy, his approach, and the results that are coming from it when you fully automate it. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And as always, have a great weekend. We'll see you at the peak. Take care.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.